Today we're going to be beating the Apocalypse 3 Gold Trophy Challenge on the brand new update. And strap in because this is going to be a great example of how to eliminate and test for almost every single ghost in the game because we had a really annoying one. But there's a lot of good things to take away from this. So keep in mind this. I did edit this down some, but this is still a pretty long video. I tried to cut down unnecessary stuff in between hunts. At times, not all the time, and also sort of moving items after we find the ghost room, but not as we get closer, because I want you to see my thought process as we get closer. And I'll explain this more later on as well. Since I didn't want, like, this game was an hour and 27 minutes. If you want to watch the full thing, I'll leave a link here straight in the top right, as well as the description and in the comments. So that way, if you do want to watch the full unedited version, you can. It was from a live stream that I did. This is a sort of the gist, meat and potatoes of just what you need. A few things to keep in mind. One, you can change one setting. I like to change hunt duration. I set my hunt duration to medium so hunts last 50 seconds instead of 60. That can desperately come in handy. 10 seconds is a long time in this difficulty. So those extra 10 seconds for safety, I think is big. That's the thing I prefer to change, so that's what I did. Keep in mind, if you're playing this and you have not gotten your gold trophy yet, there is currently a bug in the game confirmed by the developers that you need to get a physical ghost form photo. Really kind of difficult. I already have the trophy. It still told us that we got it. Would I have gotten it if we didn't? Also, we're going to be moving things on into the house right at the start, so I don't have to worry about that. You're not going to watch all that. We're just skip it through it. That's why I'm setting everything up so you don't have to deal with that. Now, our objectives are capture a photo of a ghost, get you 2 unique paranormal sounds, and cleanse the ghost. 2 easy objectives we definitely want. The paranormal sounds one is one that I probably would reset if I wanted to, or was playing this on my own, but we decided to do it, see how difficult it would be. Also, would I recommend you spend an hour and 27 minutes, which is how long this game took, in your own game? Probably not. I would just recommend that you reset to get a ghost closer, because ours was a little bit annoying. But this is good because one of my biggest goals with these APOC series in general, I want to show you that you can do this with any ghost, and this is pretty much proof right here. So hopefully you learn a lot. It'll help you all out in the future. Enjoy. I'm not going for a perfect game, just the gold trophy. So get the objectives, get the ghost photo, which is one of our objectives, get the ghost type, leave. Oh, we're going for it. It is a little bit more difficult to get the ghost photo now because you don't have as many slots. You only have 8 chances instead of 12 to get the ghost photo. So that is something to keep in mind. Oh, I need my timer. Timing hunts is extremely important. Like I said, I set my hunt duration to medium, so that way we can time the hunts better, because I know that hunts are going to be 50 seconds. And it's going to be very important, especially if you want to try to time the ghost to you to the end of the hunt to take the photo without really worried about the ghost trying to find you. So let's see how this will be. We are ready to go in. You do need to do the 3 objectives that you get. Yes. I did not time my hunt after I was just talking about it. It hunted really, really fast. I don't hear it though. It is pretty dang dark. It's way darker for me than it is for you all because I have a brightness filter. So this is the part where I would say, like, if you're playing on your own and you don't hear it after one hunt, it's not a bad idea. Or, like, at least figure out the footstep speed. If it's normal speed and the ghost is far away, I would just reset, personally. For your APOC trophy, that'd be my best recommendation. But I'm not the type of person who says reset to just get a Dio. I want to show you how to actually get the ghost no matter what. So, hunt is over. I don't know the side. We're just going to pick a side. I like left side first. That sounded like a new sound. I don't know if they've changed the ambient noises or not from this. I like this area because you can hide behind this bed right here. It's a great makeshift hiding spot. As far as I know, it was prior to the update. Okay, so it's downstairs. Alright, so the ghost is going to be downstairs. I didn't even hear the hear the thing go. Yeah. Well, he's downstairs. At least what case number am I on? Over 6,000, I think. No, over 5,000. 5,418. And a good way do we know? Like, we can obviously listen to it to figure out when the hunt's over. But if you weren't sure, you could flick the light switch. Go in down there. Down there, it's not a bad area because there are decent hiding spots behind beds and stuff. It is upstairs now, so it is coming. It is done hunting now. So I'm going to go ahead and start moving my items downstairs. I think it is normal speed, though. So if you were like, I don't want to deal with the hassle of stairs, I don't want to deal with none of that, and you wanted to reset, perfectly understandable. I think resetting would not be a bad idea. We do know that it's going to be normal speed, which means that we can rule out Thay, Moroi. They would all be really fast. Can't rule out a Raiju yet. We can rule out a Dio. It would have came to us. Hantu would have been really, really fast. Twins would have been either faster or slower. Rev would have been really slow. So we can get rid of those. It is starting to hunt, so we can time this hunt. Now 50 seconds for our safety. We should be relatively safe over here, though. Now, we're just going to move items. I'm not going to show all the movement here yet. I'm just going to do it in spurts, and I'm just going to give you something to think about here. Again, I don't want to go very far, because if we get caught out, we're going to be a lot of screwed. So we're going to take the items to that front double door, and then from there, I will go ahead, take it to the bottom of the stairs, put all the items at the bottom of the stairs, and then from there start taking it to the first door, to the left, and then go more as we more figure things out. We'll pick it up from there. Door closing and you don't have a light switch like inside the chapel. You're just gonna have to take a guess. I wouldn't sit there, honestly. Like, chapel, I mean, it's decent if you know the ghost is in that area, but if you know that the ghost is not in that area, just pick a different room, because there's really nothing you can do outside from hearing the ghost hunt start yourself or hearing the door close or the light switch. You literally have no idea. There's absolutely nothing you can do. I don't really like to sit in the chapel for that reason, because it is a lot more difficult to hear. All right, I'm gonna stay here. This is where you really want to be careful. I forgot I had a firelight. I wanted an incense, but this is where you could risk going back out, but like we might have been caught out there. So you listen on the paramic though, so that's one way to listening to it to do that. Does it, Mr. Mime? You want to catch Ash? It's dead. Oh my god. We'll have going hard on that. That was very close though. So we timed that to be 115. Every ghost can start hunting again after 25 seconds. Demon is definitely sus because it did it immediately, but with the delay, that's why I said you really have to be on point. So it's not where I think it's a demon, but we can keep an eye on it. But really, with the fact the ghost has never roamed to us, I don't think it's going to be a Wraith, Phantom, or Banshee. And I don't think it's going to be a Mimic, because it's been the same speed. So now we know we can come out here, really only taking 3 items at a time, waiting for the hunt and waiting to get. It sounds really, really boring, but that's just the safest way to do it, honestly. Actually, I think I'd rather get the camera. So now the ghost can hunt. I think what I'm going to do is just go into here and just sort of wait. So it is after demon time, so the ghost can hunt at any second. While we're waiting for that, there's an ad about to play, so I'm going to go ahead and get that. Don't worry, y'all. We're not going to hopefully miss anything. We'll just wait right here while the ads. I do not want you to miss anything. You could go to YouTube if you want to watch that. The stream is there. Hunting now, so we got 50 seconds, and we'll wait here. We'll wait here. What to do? What to do? Nothing. Doing a coconut celebration. Oh. Will y'all stop, because y'all stop cheering for my downfall, please. Stop cheering for my downfall. But fear in me so deep, it gets the best of me. Love Trust Company. All right. Save by the ads from the pre-rolls. Yeah, there you go. Well, yeah, we get rid of pre-rolls. That's why we run the mid ones, because people don't want to be hit with an ad when they come into stream. So welcome back from the ads. The ghost decided to hunt with 50 seconds left in the ads. So if you were stuck with it, you did not miss anything. And again, you might be thinking, oh, I can make it back down there. You can't. And the ghost will choose to hunt and catch you out. That's one of the things with APOC 3. You really pay for your mistakes. You really pay. If you make one mistake and you're caught out, it's over. It's completely over. Especially the scammer ones. Wait, that's all of them? That is all of them. All right, I went ahead and reset the timer because we know the ghost is hunting after a minute 15 seconds, which means it could be any ghost. Time between hunts is kind of irrelevant now. It's never done an early between hunt. So like a demon, demons can hunt after 20 seconds. Every other ghost is 25. Definitely getting less and less sus of demon. And now the ghost might be coming this way. So that is kind of scary. The ghost is going back upstairs. If the ghost comes down here, we could call it to us back in time. But I want to say it's probably not a myling because we heard it rather decently. But I didn't get a chance to confirm myling or not. Like confirm it wasn't going to be a myling. Yeah, I want to say that that's not going to be a myling. I want to say no to the myling. Because you get to that little double, or that little rainbow there. If you can hear the ghost when that circle is in that rainbow, then we might be caught out here. This might be kind of dumb. Because I waited too long, I think. Alright. I'm not testing my luck to go back. We're just going to go in here. So we should be able to hear the ghost going off. Doing a lot of whispers. Yeah, there is a new tell for the myling, by the way, for those who did not know. Mylings will do paranormal sounds more frequently. Like the cooldown for that is less for myling. So every ghost, when you hear a paranormal sound, has a cooldown of at least 80 seconds before it can do another whisper. Mylings, it's 69 seconds. So if you get another paramylic sound or whisper between 69 to like 79 seconds after the last one, then you know that the ghost is a myling. That is a brand new tell from the brand new update. Again, that's going to require really precise, because we messed it up the other day. It did it like right at 80. So it's really precise. It's from the start of the whisper, not the end. So sometimes the whispers can go on. So the minute that it starts. So that is one thing that we could test for. All right, hunt's over. I was yapping and I kind of missed it. I might be able to go in. Should be fine. Some more para whispers for the sound recorder. I don't know if the sound recorder is the same or not. I know it for the paramic. It's like this is a decent makeshift hiding spot here. Why I'm not overly worried about it. So the ghost is going upstairs. So again, I know that we do have some leeway here. So if I wanted to go into the next room, I could. Because I know that the ghost is upstairs, and it is a little bit safe. So eventually we're going to have to keep on moving down. So the ghost is like directly on top of us, almost. It is still normal speed, so I haven't been able to rule out a mimic yet. Ghost is coming back down. So it looks like it is coming down back towards the end of the hunt, which will be a little bit better the closer that we can get to everything. So there are firelights and sound recorders over there still. So I do think I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to that other room. Again, this is the most tedious part of APOC 3. Which is why if the ghost was that far down and you didn't want to have to deal with it, like, I wouldn't blame you just for resetting. Wouldn't blame you at all. I'm always dying. I haven't died yet. Not an early hunt. Not an early hunt. I forgot I needed to go in towards the end. This is annoying. But we got like 10 seconds. So we need to make it into this room. Does Godbed still exist? I don't know. I don't know. The bed is still there. Whether or not the ghost can get you or not is completely different story. All right, so, but there is like a lot of decent makeshift hiding spots on this floor, so it's not like the worst floor to get. So we're a couple seconds off on our timer, which is fine. We're gonna come on down in here. I think I have the camera just in case the ghost does choose to do an event, right? Yes. Hopefully the ghost won't spawn within range of this, or we could be in some trouble. Fuck! Fuck! Okay. So Burrito, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Sorry, we're a little bit intense right this instance. Got the ghost photo. But I just prefer a firelight for lighting. This ghost is taking a while to hunt. I feel like the ghost is not a Pulte. Games are going good, Blooming. Games are going good. We are, we got the hard part out the way. We got the photo. We got the ghost photo. All we need now is just a couple sound recordings and then cleanse and find out what the ghost is. Finding out what the ghost is going to be like the dang hardest part. Don't know if that's upstairs or out here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab some of these now so we can move these on over. The Cruci was over there. Okay. Since June 9th, so you feel you're trying to do APOC and you just started playing like not even a month ago? That's crazy. Yeah, like before one of the updates, yeah, there used to be like no electronic malfunction with the headgear, which was no. That's what I wanted to avoid. God dang it. Okay, so we wasted one smudge. Forgot about that. That's why you got to be more careful with that now. Evidence A. How the hell didn't you start? Okay. Based on that, I'm going to say not a Raiju. We got it. Let's go. Listen to that. Obviously, that was misform. Thank God it's so generous. Oh my God, this is such a pain in the ass. That is far. That's going to be far to move. God, okay. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? I'm hoping the Cruci won't... Like, part of me wants to slowly move things out, but we might be able to just go around. I just need to get better at timing. I just need to be more precise with the timing of the hunt. I don't really want to turn that on. It's close that I feel like if I turn this on, it's going to be able to detect it. Still haven't heard a light switch yet either, though. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is just take you and go in here. This is going to be a pretty decent spot, actually, to hide. Lurk visiting family? Alright, Xmog, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. You want to watch my stream? Hell yeah. Disobey. It's summertime. You can do whatever you want. Can you please record it? Recording a ghost event is so terrible right now. Oh my God, we actually were able to. Holy crap. Is it going to be an Onryo? Could rule out a Shade. Shades can't do singing ghost events. At least prior to the update. I don't know if it's changed, but before they could not. So we're going to assume it's the same. Onryo is sus right now. Onryo is sus. Please start a podcast. Yep, there is. We talk about horror games in general. So a lot of, well, primarily indie horror, but talk about a lot of horror games. Latest episode, we're talking the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Phasmophobia and Repo update. So check it out. I think it's been a lot of fun to put together. I think it's something that is not talked about a lot. There's not a lot of podcasts talking about horror games, so I think we can fill an interesting gap in the market. To get better and be less scared, just play a bunch. Just keep getting hunted. Like, the ghosts are fairly predictable. That's 3. I think it would have hunted if it was an Onryo, unless it's got off track. Is it a mare? I don't think so. All 3 without a hunt. You probably relit it too fast afterwards, or you got off count. You watched the podcast? There should be a link in the description to the latest episode, or you can check. It's titled "Good, Bad, and the Ugly." I don't wait. Do I have podcast on YouTube? It is in the description. So check out my latest podcast or something. I think it's doing it through the wall, but I've never heard the ghost do a light switch either, and I know that the ghost is... Well, mares are my most common, so it would not surprise me. Is the ghost in here? I don't really... don't really think the ghost has changed ghost rooms either, though. Just, like, the kind of annoying thing. Eventually, I would like to do a yokai test where we bring it here to try to test... get the instance timer going so we can go into the room and check for an Onryo itself. Onryo, though, I'm kind of tempted to rule out. I've never heard the Yurei ability yet. I don't know if the room it's in has a light switch, though, either. He's really easy now. Stop it, Nighthawk. You trolling. You trolling. Onryo tests are really fickle and really easy to mess up, so I wouldn't... So I would just be careful.
He's getting eaten by a shark.
They can only fully open and close doors. Yes. So you can rule out Yureis, but confirming them is still a lot more difficult now. You really have to be listening for that double door touch. It's about the only way. Did I complete the new challenge mode? Like the weekly challenge? I did the one last week. I'm not doing this week's one because it's... I've kind of been like unintentionally boycotting the weekly challenge because I think it's lazy that they just repeat the same ones again and again. Like, it's fine if you want to do the same challenge, just change the maps that you do them on. That's all I ask. Because otherwise... Shit. Alright, well, we only got one crucifix left, which is not good. Not used any of the smudges. That's right. Well, I meant the, I had 3 left. Who's burning your hand? Yeah, you can hold it and it'll burn as long as it's within the range of the ghost. Alright, so I think that was like around 40-ish seconds. I don't think it was an O-bake. Bone is in the ghost room? It's a Goryo? No, I'm just kidding. That's not a real thing, but that is kind of funny. We can put the mirror light switch. We can rule out a Yurei. We can rule out a Yurei. Yureis cannot do that. It's not a yokai. I don't think it's going to be an Onryo. I'm looking for the mare ability. We don't got it. No mare. Level 150. Negative. I do not remember you at all. Donna was dead? Nah, we ain't dead. We ain't dead. Spirit. Spirit's possibility. We're at about like 2 minutes after the smudge. Mare? Thank you. No. But I mean, like, I'm sus of. I mean, like, I don't think it's gonna be a demon, and I don't think it's gonna be an Obake, because I think we were at enough time we would have seen the shapeshift. I think we're looking at Spirit Marriage Goryo right now. We have everything. We just need the ghost type. Awesome follow, welcome here. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I wish it would do an event or something on me. We're past 3 minutes. This might be a spirit. I'm always so calm. I have like 2,600 hours in the game, so I play this a lot. I don't know if it's here, but I want to go ahead and try to see if we can reset this. Because if it hunts prior to 3 minutes... Or if it doesn't hunt for 3 minutes, I'm just going to leave with Spirit. Okay. God damn it. But Mare. If this thing doesn't hunt after, or hunts before 3 minutes... They patched that looping spot? I don't know. I don't really want to try it for this, though. You already passed the level, but you still don't got it? Oh, I don't know. Did you report it in the Discord? I don't know. So many people griefed your game. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is it just like random people? I don't do public lobbies. They are absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. Yeah, pet no to animals. Pet no to animals. How to tell if it's a Gen or a Goryo? You're looking for a room change. If you're talking about APOC 3, you're just looking for a room change. I know you can still do it on Bleasdale. I guess it depends on the looping spot. If you're talking about the gurney upstairs, that's been patched. But if you're talking about this bed down here, I don't know. Jen doesn't turn off the breaker. Yeah, but breaker is broken on APOC. What's going on, Big Kev? Welcome in. Welcome in. Well. Either we missed it, which we did have a Cruci in there. We still have one more smudge. Imagine it's a Gen. Yeah, we had a Gen last time we did APOC 3. Okay, so it did roam out of the room? Was it just burned our last Cruci? Like, if that's still the ghost room... Has it changed rooms yet? I don't think so. Goryo is pretty sus to me. But it did roam out that... Well, it had to start outside that room 1 hunt. I don't know if it changed rooms or not. I feel like it should change more. Yeah, what's going on, Woggle? It's going upstairs. Is it gonna come back down? It is. It's only done 1 light break event, though. But I've never heard a switch a light. Now, I'm trying to do the mare ability there if it would ever do it, but it doesn't look that way. If we get a ghost event or a it turned off that light, I think. I think it turned off that light. I don't know, man. I'm really thinking mare. Holy crap. Why are you blowing out lights so much? Yeah, you're right. Well, makes it. Well, see, I'm kind of tough to rule out a spirit because I don't know if we actually hit the ghost or not with the smudge the second time. I think we did, but I'm not 100% sure. That's why I want to do one more smudge test. I've already burned all your crucifixes. It's just RNG. If you're playing with no grace period, you're kind of screwed. But if there is a grace period, you still have some time to get away from that. But otherwise, it's going to be really, really difficult. This is a very long game. We have a lot figured out. Okay, so we did hit it. Please turn it off. Can't you do the stinking ghost ability? Alright, I'm gonna leave and see when it hunts. I feel like it hasn't changed rooms. Feel like I haven't heard a light switch. It took 3 minutes to hunt after 1. I think we just gotta go. Because I mean we're out of smudges now. We can't really do anything else. We're down to like the most annoying ones. If this thing hunts prior to 3 minutes. Your dream was to talk to me and it came true today? Hell yeah. I stream like multiple times a week. You're always welcome to live stream. Usually it's later though, so if it's like bedtime for you, probably are already asleep when majority of the time I stream. Yeah. Not a spirit. Not a spirit for sure there. Is it we could have missed the shapeshift. I feel like we would have saw it both there at the end. Usually the timing wise is right after 40 seconds, like 44 seconds or so. So I feel like we should have seen it both times. We didn't, so I don't think it's gonna be an Obake. Through all this time. Oh yeah, I'd be pissed if it was a mimic. It's been the same speed throughout. Like there's no way. No way. Who voted Jen? I mean, Jen is a good option. Jen is a good option. It's definitely a possibility. I'm thinking it's more of a Goryo or a Mare, honestly. I think it's going to be one of those. We have everything we need. Not the ghost photo. It was one of the objectives. Who would have thought finding the ghost would have been the hardest part of this? We managed to record 2 unique paranormal sounds, both from events on APOC. I think it's going to be a mare. I'm nervous to watch. We never got the mare ability, but I never heard a light switch. I heard it shut it off, but not on.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready.
Yes! Yes! We did it! We did it! APOC legend with a mare too. God, why are mares my most common? I freaking hate it. That's partly why I went with this. I'm like, damn, they're my most damn common. That was a freaking game right there. You want to see how to eliminate every single ghost in APOC 3? Just take a look at this game. Abilities used, 0. Yeah, never use the ability. Never use the ability. And that's just, it's why I hate the mare. Now, if you would like to see my best tips in sort of a bite-sized format, click or tap the screen now. Get your own APOC trophy. Happy hunting, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.